You may not have had to survive a day in Liberty City or Los Santos, but you've probably heard mention of Grand Theft Auto one way or another. GTA is everywhere in popular culture, and we hope you know by now that we're not talking about the act of people stealing cars. Hi, I'm Nicky with the Leaderboard, and right now we're looking at the top 12 Grand Theft Auto references in pop culture. Number 1. The Chappelle Show. There are so many sketches about GTA, especially online, so it's obviously impossible to reference or talk about them all, but we wanted to start off with one of the originals. Chappelle Show fans may remember one of the earliest and most direct references to GTA in pop culture, a sketch by Chappelle called Life as a Video Game. In the sketch, after kissing his wife goodbye and leaving for work, Chappelle acts like a characteristic GTA personality from the famous Rockstar franchise. His stuttered movements and odd walking pattern are perfectly reminiscent of the way characters in the game actually move, and his switching through guns in the instantaneous fashion that occurs in the game has become the funniest bit in so many GTA parodies over the years. He even shouts a perfect "I need this" when stealing the car. While there have been countless YouTube parodies of GTA, this may be the original and arguably the best. Number 2. Mad TV. Like we said, many sketches have been made about Grand Theft Auto 5, and Mad TV decided to do 2 of the crazier ones. In one, they had a Grand Theft Auto game show that included a spinning weapons wheel that would determine which weapon the contestant got to use to fight through the studio audience of people including a pimp, a prostitute, etc. to get a prize. They also did a sketch where a family plays a Grand Theft Auto board game that parodies the darker elements of the video game, mostly the guns and drug use. The family ends up doing some cocaine and shooting each other, but it's all for fun, and you can probably imagine where it goes from there. Or maybe not, because it's Mad TV. Number 3. Saturday Night Live. You thought we were going to talk about Mad TV and not SNL? We show love to all sketch shows at the Leaderboard, though clearly SNL had the advantage of a longer history. Weirdly though, Saturday Night Live has never performed a full GTA parody sketch, but they've done 2 bits on Weekend Update for the release of GTA's 4 and 5. The Grand Theft Auto 4 sketch features lead characters Vlad and Nico, played by Bill Hader and Fred Armisen respectively, and parodies the odd fluid movements and the weird speech patterns of the Russian pair. More recently, for the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, Weekend Update featured a sketch with Kate McKinnon as Connecticut housewife Pat Linhart, who, rather than protesting the game, is an obsessive player. She's incorporated GTA into the way she interacts with her family and refers to herself as a Latino warlord. We don't know if SNL or Mad TV won the sketch war, but we're hoping for more GTA parodies in the future. Number 4. Black Mirror. In a much less direct reference, Charlie Brooker has said that the episode San Junipero in the 3rd season of Black Mirror, currently on Netflix, was inspired by GTA, especially Vice City and its 80s reskinned version of GTA. For those who are planning to watch the series, be warned, there are spoilers ahead. San Junipero is about a fake reality where people go when they're sick or dying, or occasionally for vacations to try out alternative versions of their lives. Like GTA, Brooker was thinking of a consequence-free environment and how people gravitate towards their own era. He said nostalgia therapy is a real thing that's being tinkered with. Rockstar themselves have created some nostalgic projects, not just with Vice City, but games like Red Dead Redemption and LA Noire, though I don't know if I can call any of those games therapeutic. We can't confirm if San Junipero is a direct reference to San Andreas from GTA, but it wouldn't surprise us as this episode was definitely influenced by Grand Theft Auto in a major way. Number 5. Misfits. In another British import called Misfits, the cult TV series about a group of delinquent teens, there's an entire episode devoted to GTA. In the appropriately titled Video Game Violence, a man named Tim is convinced he's caught in a Grand Theft Auto-like video game. Warning, for those who still want to watch the series, there are some pretty big spoilers ahead. In order to solve the situation and break Tim out of his hallucination, the Misfits decide to rob a bank to get £100,000 to match the final reward of Tim's superpower-induced video game delusion. However, like many Rockstar tales, the episode doesn't end happily. Tim ends up killing series favorite and romantic interest Future Simon, aka Super Hoodie, played by Game of Thrones Buon Rayon, aka Ramsay Bolton. For those who haven't watched Misfits, it may be understandably hard to imagine him as a love interest. Number 6. Robot Chicken. In one of the weirdest GTA references and an animated sketch about the game, Robot Chicken took an odd hit at one of the expansion packs for Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. In the episode, they feature Tony literally singing a musical ballad about being gay, along with other gay characters. I don't know if it's the best parody of video games, as the other gay characters include people like Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII, Power Rapper the Rapper, and Pac-Man, which don't make a lot of sense. Is Pac-Man meant to be interested in somebody other than missed Pac-Man? Is it the ghosts? Number 7. King of the Hill. The writers of King of the Hill must have been into GTA, as there's an episode called Grand Theft Harlan about Hank playing a GTA-like game. In the episode, Hank becomes addicted to the game Propane because the lead character looks exactly like him. The game's description in the episode sounds a bit like an online GTA, but loosely references ideas from various violent video games. However, at one point Hank learns that he can play the game for good and bad by helping a woman obtain her lost purse. While GTA didn't have a lot of missions like this in early games that would have been out before the episode aired in 2007, there is a random mission in GTA 5 where you can chase down people's stolen wallets. Maybe Rockstar was inspired by King of the Hill to include some more positive missions in the game. Or maybe Mike Judge and his writing staff are just psychic. You make the call. Number 8. Family Guy. This may be one of the more famous and well-known GTA references, and it's still a good one. In the classic Family Guy bit, after Peter has a lot of trouble driving, Lois suggests he would learn better by playing some Grand Theft Auto. After 8 hours of play, we see that Peter learns to beat up a hooker and steal a car. Seems about right. Number 9. Resident Evil Apocalypse. You heard that correctly. There's a Grand Theft Auto reference in a movie about another video game by a different studio. For those who didn't see the movie, that might be a surprise, but it's a pretty obvious reference. At one point in Resident Evil Apocalypse, Mike Epps yells, "GTA mother!" after hitting a zombie with his car. We don't know if this was a Mike Epps improv moment or part of the original script, but either way, we couldn't tell you why a Capcom commodity decided to promote a Rockstar game. Either way, we're promoting it, it's awesome. Number 10. The Other Guys. Another quick reference to GTA appears in the comedy film The Other Guys, starring Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. When Will Ferrell's character performs a crazy stunt driving sequence where he hits a bunch of other cars, jackknifing a few on the way, one of the bad guys says, "Someone's been playing Grand Theft Auto." I don't know about you, but I'm not sure how helpful Grand Theft Auto would be to my actual driving skills, especially considering I usually play in third person. I probably end up more like Peter Griffin, but to each his own. Number 11. Source code. Sometimes GTA references in films aren't so direct. Source code has one of the coolest hidden GTA references, as video game fan Duncan Jones, who also famously directed the Warcraft movie, was inspired by a Grand Theft Auto effect to create a specific shot. And according to Duncan Jones, it's also his favorite scene in the film. In the shots where Jake Gyllenhaal jumps out of the train, Duncan uses a shot where the camera would rotate around Jake, similar to the way the camera followed Nico when he jumps out of a car in GTA 4. As Duncan says, the camera stays right with him even if he's rolling down the street. So in a shot in source code, the camera would start over Jake's shoulder, rotate right around him, then stay with Jake as he rolls down the platform. This is a really unique and nuanced example of GTA's massive effect on popular culture, but it shows just how deeply he has penetrated multiple media platforms. Number 12. Simpsons TV show, Simpsons movie, and Simpsons Hit and Run. Okay, so the Simpsons writers like GTA a lot. Like, a lot. From the TV show to the movie to the video games, there are GTA references everywhere. Let's start with a TV show. In the episode Yokel Chords from 2007, Bart plays a game called Death Kill City 2, Death Kill Stories, or DKC2 DKS, as Bart sometimes calls it. The abbreviation and cover art, which features the GTA font, are an obvious reference to GTA titles, especially Vice City Stories. In the Simpsons movie, we get a quick and even more direct reference to GTA when Homer is playing a game called Grand Theft Walrus, where a walrus in a sports car shoots a dancing penguin with a shotgun. And for the record, Rockstar, we hope there are dancing penguins in GTA 6. The Simpsons game was also influenced by GTA. A parody level called Grand Theft Scratchy features multiple parodies of Grand Theft Auto. Poochie's t-shirt in the level is an obvious reference to Rockstar's logo. There's a canine wood sign similar to Vinewood, and the overall setting is very reminiscent of GTA San Andreas. Finally, who could forget about the Simpsons Hit and Run for the PS2? An entire game based on GTA parody with Simpsons characters. For those who didn't play it, the game features sandbox-style play where you are encouraged to break laws and hijack vehicles. The game is told through missions and features things like races and secret vehicles. Sounds like GTA Simpsons to me. I might have to pick that up and play it again. Anybody have a PS2 I can borrow? So that's it. We're still waiting for a rumored Grand Theft Auto TV show, which would obviously contain the most GTA references, though we thoroughly enjoyed AMC's April Fool's joke. But in the meantime, I'm Nicky, and thanks for watching GTA references in pop culture. What is your favorite GTA reference? Which ones did we miss? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad, and if you like getting more from your games, subscribe to the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.